Welcome to Chompettes Cabin Courses. We miss you so much, so we wanted to bring it back. Honest, I'll be playing the role of teacher today. You can call me Miss Cabbage if you like. Let's just roll with it, all right? Ha ha! Can't wait to learn some new things today. Me too. Aren't you excited, Potato? I dropped out of grade school so I could work at the butcher. That's extremely depressing. Explains everything so far. Is he quiet because he doesn't want to sound held back? You three are terrible at whispering. They never learned their inside voices, Potato. Ha ha! Cabbage looked you right in the eyes. There's no dumb questions or wrong answers today. The Chompettes Cabin Courses are designed to let you passively learn. Your brain is porridge right now, right? These courses will be perfect for that. That's correct, Onion. And the best part? No silly humans to interrupt anything. You ask about dead humans. Ha 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 ha! Ghosts aren't real, silly. You ask about... That's enough. No questions about ghosts today. Save it for a practicing medium, Stinky. Got a cornbread classic for ya. What's a ghost's favorite food? Blueberry! You need to get Brad a joke book. These puns are pathetic. Ha ha! Let the learning begin. You decide to listen to the Chompettes. Although you have the feeling something else is at play. For the first lesson, let's talk about that nasty oven. One of us was baked into a crust. You threw half of it away without hesitation. Human life is completely disposable to you. That's enough. I seem to have lost my place in our teaching curriculum. Let's talk about the cauldron instead. The first cauldron discovered dates back to the Bronze Age, which took place 3100 BC to 300 BC. You can see a cauldron in the famous artwork, The Garden of Earthly Delights, where a birdman is wearing one like a crown as he eats and poops people down into a hellhole below. Yay, I love hellholes. Yikes. Wouldn't want to fall into a hellhole again. Most of us were placed in this cauldron, stewing for days straight. The smell was so foul. Clung to all linens in the cabin. Absolutely revolting. Raspberry? Need to speak with you for a minute in private. The two awkwardly leave for the bedroom, slamming the door behind them. You can hear Cabbage chewing out Raspberry. What is another name for Brussels sprouts? Cabbage Patch Kids. Bread, that wasn't even a pun. Or a joke. It was more like a stalling. Cabbage and Raspberry join the group again. Raspberry, is there something you'd like to say? There is, Cabbage. You've committed crimes against humanity. You're a scourge on this earth, sent to punish us. Cabbage may forgive you, but I never will. Wow, look at the time. This concludes the Chompettes Cabin Courses. Did you learn anything this time? Or did you just loaf around? Ha ha! Are you remembering it yet? Just join me in the boiling water sometime. Really loosens the meat off those old bones. Right in that nasty oven. There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in the oven. Have you seen that knife? Yikes. Big enough to cleave cabbage in two. Still leftovers in here. Dig in. The rules are different for people that die in the cabin. Everyone that does will know the kitchen well. That lucky ones are dead when cooked. The others. The others have told us what you did to them. How many generations died brutally at your hands before you gave up? Was it your arthritis that stopped you? Or did you eventually feel remorse? That's enough! Thanks for playing along today. It was fun to revisit some old topics. Let's sleep on some of this, shall we? We've made your bed. Sweet dreams. We did it, everyone. We finished the lesson plan. It was such a beautiful lesson. We learned so much. It was very informative. We're starting to learn more and more about this horrible cabin with every passing moment. Hopefully, we eventually get a conclusive answer as to what the fuck is happening. I don't feel like we will. There's probably going to have to be a lot of, looking shit up later to figure out half of this. Because it is very confusing. What I've gathered so far, though, the cabin seems to be very cursed. I have something to do with it. I bring people to the cabin, and then I murder and eat them. And then they don't die. Their spirits, linger around the cabin because it's cursed. In the case of the Chompettes, they turn into vegetables. But for Gregor, Karen, Anatoly, and Mariah, they're just like ghosts. So I wonder if there's certain rules and only certain people turn into vegetables while other people turn into spirits. Or maybe the vegetables aren't even real. Man, it's really confusing. I don't actually know what's happening necessarily. Hopefully we get some answers at some point, though. All right, let's see what happens next. Welcome to New Game Plus. This playthrough will have different dialogue, events, and decisions to make. Really quick, let's just go ahead and save game. We've made an awful lot of progress, and I haven't saved once. Anatoly, Gregor, and Karen will start with 3 hearts each. Use this opportunity to max out your relationships. We highly recommend you create a manual save right now for this shorter playthrough. Already did, bruh. Unfortunately, Mariah will not be available to max. Sorry. Thank you for playing Cooking Companions. We hope you enjoyed the experience. Oh, almost forgot. Jump scare mode activated. Just kidding. Dear Dream Studios. Alright, let's look out for jump scares then. Oh, wait, we're just jumping straight into the first night, huh? Karen, Anatoly, and Gregor. I'll keep us alive. I promise. Bye, Mariah! Everyone watches as Mariah leaves the cabin, and then gets murdered and eaten. The silence is deafening. Dear Dream Studios presents Cooking Companions. How many times are we going to see the title of this game? All right. After the 3 go to bed, you finally have an opportunity to use the bathroom. The candle blew out. You grasp blindly along the floor until you find a flashlight in the corner. Oh no, a spooky ghost! Oh no, a spooky ghost! What am I looking for? Da 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 da. Ooh, we got 2 options. Someone forgot to restock the toilet paper. Beyond disgusting. This is truly the scariest thing you've ever seen. With your interest waning, you decide to leave the bathroom. Darn, I guess we chose wrong. So, our goal is to try and max out a heart. So, let's start with Anatoly. You knock on the door first. Anatoly? Thanks for checking in on me. You ask if you still feel sick. Not anymore. I think it was a mental thing. Please, don't tell me where the meat came from. The less known, the better. You nod. Thank you. You're sure Anatoly will remember that. Your relationship is stronger. Okay. You leave Anatoly and go tidy up some parts of the kitchen. Good morning, big guy. I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. It's what you would have wanted. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to the boiling cauldron water. It will taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it up right anyway. What's taking so long? Professor! It's almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunks whole, like a duck does when eating bread. Anatoly creates ripples in the broth using the spoon. He isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Mariah. Anatoly begins to weep. Anatoly looks pale. Thanks for coming over. Anatoly seems comforted by your presence. Your relationship is now stronger. We've maxed out a heart. Yeah. Gregor told me he's heard Mariah. I'm sure Karen isn't being honest with me. Have you checked out the basement door closely? Every so often, I can see her peeking out at me through the holes. I really don't want to drown outside, but at least I won't have to have her tormenting me anymore. You know what's in the basement, don't you? Yes, of course you do. How else would you keep us? Anatoly looks like he's going to puke. Please get away from me. Bye, Anatoly. Anatoly leaves your vicinity. It looks like Anatoly will remember that. The red-haired woman won't let him live, will she? Too ravenous at this point. The more she consumes, the stronger she gets. At what cost? Heh. Sometimes staying silent works better. Just walk away and pretend you're innocent later. What a terrible perspective Potato has provided. The Chompettes never would have listened to this crap. You fall asleep thinking about what Potato had told you. Okay, so last time we said no, I believe. So let's try saying nothing and see what that does. Okay. Leave Karen alone in the kitchen, crawling into bed and falling asleep instantly. Okay. Guess we're just gonna skip that whole thing then. Alright, that was a little different. Wake up, sleepyhead. Oh, look at my face. It's so beautiful. You were having a nightmare. Gregor is waiting for you. You get out of bed and follow Karen to the couch. Gregor? I think he's trying to speak. What is it, Gregor? You tell Karen that Gregor has died. He hasn't spoiled yet. Let me show you the rest of him. Karen shuffles over to the basement door, opening the lock with the knife. Why wait until she's in the basement? Take back the knife and end her life. You explain how difficult it is to get blood out of wood. Your laziness is unbelievable. The minute those four entered the cabin, you should have killed them all. You're getting soft. You nursed a weakened butcher back to health. What if she ends up killing you now? I brought you the key. When she goes downstairs, lock the door behind her with that deadbolt. Then let her rot. Karen, Potato, might have made great allies in another life. You need to stop her before it's too late. You walk over to the basement door. Where's Karen? When are you fixing this hole? You can feel her breath coming through the crack in the door. You locked the basement door. What the hell are you doing? Goodbye, Karen. Bye. Get fucked. She slips into the darkness. You climb onto the couch to rest, waiting for the basement noises to become silent. Alright, everything's finally starting to, like, change up. I'm not a big fan of repetitiveness, but I kind of get it for a story like this. Mariah was correct. It's freezing over here. The frigid air swirls visibly in front of you. The basement noises have completely stopped. What do you want to do? Let's look under the couch. Lots of cobwebs underneath. Thankfully no spiders. You know, it's a child's toy. How did this get under here? It's a small wooden boat. That's weird. No ports anywhere near here. It looks like there's a name engraved on it. Raziel. Maybe Bread would want this. Bread's not around right now. You have to hold on to it until the moment is right. Okay. Bookshelf? It's various books on a wide variety of topics. No time to read through them now, though. Take a closer look at the subjects. Cooking, herbalism, skinning. Books that are good for surviving in the wilderness. You take another look at the subjects. Carpentry, metalworking, tailoring. Books that are good for crafting in the wilderness. Wasting time reading books? You were just browsing. Sure. Why not read this one? Potato nudges one of the books. The edges of the pages are a little singed. This was saved from a book burning. I wonder why. One may in truth proceed against such a man as against a person who is gravely suspect. But he is not to be condemned in his absence and without a hearing. And yet the suspicion may be grave, and we cannot refrain from suspecting these people, for their frivolous assertions do certainly seem to affect the purity of the faith. For there are three kinds of suspicion: a light suspicion, a serious suspicion, and a grave suspicion. That was interesting. You take the singed book with you. I'd say your entire life has been a grave suspicion. It's a shame you never went to trial for anything. That would never happen. Carrying around a book would be a burden, so you put it back. The rest of the books are boring. Eat a meal, I guess. You decide to have a quick lunch at the table. Hey, it's Karen. She escaped. You wake in a cold sweat. Wake up, sleepyhead. Oh, that was hot. You were having a nightmare. Oh, wow. The sheets are completely soaked. Are you wetting the bed? You feel underneath you. Gross. You must have broke a fever because the sweat is everywhere. Don't worry. We can wash them in the basement. Just unlock the door and we'll make a day of it. You're not that slow with laundry. Come with me. I have something to show you. You cautiously get up, following Karen out of the bedroom. The basement door was already open. I'm hungry. Let's get something from the basement. You feel the cold presence of Karen behind you. Goodbye. Stop! Grab onto the railing. You do so, feeling a slight push on your back. You feel the presence leave. That was a close one. Karen will try everything in her power to kill you. Tread cautiously downstairs. Why aren't you helping me, Potato? Because I pity what you've become. You work your way down to the bottom of the stairs. Karen's grown stronger than you as of late. Consuming her friends has imbued her with a rage. She's lost in the abyss, and nothing but death can end this madness. I hope you're prepared for what comes next. You can feel something creeping up in front of you. Hello? Cabbage? What are you?
Cabbage!
It took us forever to move the rubble you put in the mouse holes. Chompettes, come out! Never fear, Onion is here. Like my cousin Cornbread. Oh, I accidentally skipped that one. Whoops. Sometimes Mary Raspberry. What lie did you tell them, Potato? That you had moved on. Ha ha ha! Will you let us go? You shake your head. Someday, maybe. Chompettes, we can't allow Karen to take over the cabin. She's much worse than you, Stinky. Did you see what she did to Gregor? Unhinged. She's a cut above you right now. Ha ha ha. You don't need our help with this. Just remember what she's done. Channel that anger. She's just like Potato now, right? I'm still here, Cabbage. Ha ha ha. And as Pudge meant for earlier, we're locking you in your room again, Potato. No Chompette trial needed. You got company down here, Potato. One of us should hide the key. That's enough. No need to twist the knife. Ha ha ha. Good luck. Chompettes, let's help out. The Chompettes get in position behind you, ready for what's next. You feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch. Found you. Oh, she's not going to be a spooky monster? Okay. Let's end this. I like how we just skip the fight now. Like, you already know what to do, so there's not even a point. Oh, she dead. Oh, this is a little different. This is definitely a little different. Are we watching the life leave her eyes? Beautiful. Beautiful. What? What?
Cabbage.
Look, he's trying to speak. What the fuck is happening?
Cabbage.
Don't be shy. Try again. Might take a few more days. Welcome to the Chompettes, Turnip. Cooking Companions. New Game Plus. Okay, that was interesting. So, did one of the four, turn into a turnip then? And, like, that's gotta be it, right? That one of the four ghosts, became one of the Chompettes now? It's the only thing I can think of that makes any sense. Oh, I am at a loss. This game has taken so many, like, weird turns that I swear I'm gonna have to add an entire segment at the end of the final video of the game where I just go back through everything and try to make fucking any kind of sense of it. Because I am at an absolute fucking loss as to what the fuck is happening. Oh my god. It's so confusing and weird and like ridiculous. But yeah, that was New Game Plus, I guess. At least one version. Oh, you know what? I bet that was Anatoly because we maxed out his friendship. I bet because we maxed out his friendship, he turned into the turnip instead of haunting you as a ghost. So maybe we grow our power by befriending the ghosts that we consume, and then they turn into like the Chompettes or whatever. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Oh, Bun Bun. Bun 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 Bun. Dear Dream Studios. Okay. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. In the next video, we're just going to speed run through the other two maxed out relationships. And then if there's any additional content that remains, we'll go ahead and we'll look at that. But for the most part, I think this next episode is probably just going to be it because there's not much else. Alright, see you guys then. Bye.